let's just get this set up. Okay, that looks good. So, another mobile stream because, as said, until I get my new PC, the streaming seems to be crashing the PC for some reason. So, this is just going to be so hello everybody. Don't forget to like the stream as you come on. This is going to be just a another. Well done, Zeppelin. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream. This is going to be another just regular webcam stream. No, this is not a shopping channel. Unless it was a post-apocalyptic shopping channel, then I guess it could be. Yeah, but I've ordered my new one today, John. Sadly, it won't come this week, because I originally had it planned to be delivered this week. But then, apparently, the Ryzens have sold so well, everywhere's already run out of stock. So they've got it on back order for me, and it should be coming in end of next week. So I'll have a new PC either next week or the week after, hopefully. But yeah, I spent about £2,300 this morning on a new PC. Now I'm keeping the old one as a spare, basically. Basically an ultra gaming workstation PC, Ryzen 3900X in it. There's the processor, lots of liquid cooling, 2 SSDs and 2 HDDs, 32GB of DDR4 RAM, and the graphics card, I'll forget the name of it, but it's one of the new AMD ones that came out yesterday. What's the name of it? It's the slightly better of the two. Anyway, I'll take the Israeli mask off now because I've got the rear straps a bit tight. You might just loosen the straps ever so slightly and leave it on. It's just putting quite a lot of pressure on my neck. Yeah, the PTM1's very interesting because I didn't even know about them until like a month ago when I made the video. I saw it on eBay. The first one I bought, the seller didn't know the name of it. He just said, you know, like weird Soviet fallout mask or something like that. Then a Russian guy who came on a live stream where I showed the mask said, oh, that's a PTM1. Then I looked it up and found some more info, and then I bought them my second PTM1. Now I was just saying hello to everybody and telling them I'd ordered the new thing. It's just the same sort of streams as normal, Gabriel, where we just chat about whatever. The chin seal on this mask is not bad at all. On the M65s, the chin seals aren't good, but on the Israeli M15s, the chin seal is fine. I'll show you why. So, on the Israeli M15, see, it's got the proper bit for your chin to sit in. So, and it's got the peripheral seal that goes around the outside. So yeah, the Israeli M15s have a very good seal. It's just basically the regular German M65s, which seem to be like, that's the weak point of the mask seal. I do notice, though, since I've started doing the mobile streams, a lot more people seem to click on them initially, so I don't know if it's just YouTube seems to share mobile streams better, but don't forget to like the stream, everybody, if you've just come on. Right, I'll show you that mask in a minute, because the video I filmed today, I told Mike about this because I reckon Weapon Collector could build a better one than the one I did, because I built mine in about 5 to 10 minutes just to demonstrate a video. So let me show you the mask I built today. It's just a particulate mask, but I told a few people I was going to do this for a video. So this is all it is. It looks a bit crap, but it was basically a proof of concept mask. So what this is basically a simple particulate mask, so, you know, protection from dust. And this was because people kept saying, could I make another gas mask? And I said, actually making a proper vapor gas mask is nearly impossible to get a proper seal, but you can make one of these quite easily. So how it works, let's just pull that down there. I adjusted the length of the paracord around the ears to make a good size seal for my face, and then I've tied a bit of paracord through it at the bottom. And then obviously you can just do that. It's basically, yeah, just based on cheap, simple particulate masks sort of thing. And I did do a quick test of it earlier, and it actually did work against dusts. So it was just a proof of concept thing, really, that if you wanted to make a cheap basic particle respirator, you could do. So yeah, that's all it does, just ties at the back. So how I made it, obviously there'll be a video coming up. How I did it, because I did it because I'm shit at DIY. We have a load of old sheets and sort of pillowcases where when they get a bit torn or thin, rather than throwing them away, we put them in a cupboard and then they can be ripped up or cut up to use as like cleaning cloths. So I got one of those. I cut two roughly the same size sections. Then I stapled all the bits together. And then basically just looped the paracord through, tied that bit where you can then just do it up loosely behind your neck, and that way you get a simple dust mask. And I said it was more of a proof of concept thing. And I said, yes, it's not a proper gas mask, it's a basic dust mask, but the idea is to prove that if you wanted to make a bit like the Soviet PTM-1s, you know, homemade dust mask, it's quite easy to do to a decent degree. No, the only Italian mask I've got Halo is the Spasani CR2002 or TR2002, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's the thing, it does work, because I tried it with the incense dust earlier. And with the incense dust, it definitely blocks the majority of the smell like all the proper dust masks do. Right, let me just set the chat settings so I can hopefully see all the messages as they come up, because it wasn't on live chat. But yeah, apologies, as I said before, when I'm doing a stream from the mobile phone, I'll probably miss a lot of comments. The reason being, when somebody comments on the mobile, the message flashes up for like 3 seconds and goes. So if people were saying I'm missing a comment, just repeat it. Is there any pictures, though, James, of it being used in Chernobyl? I saw that a poster like that was in the Chernobyl TV series, where you can actually see the PTM-1 on the poster behind, like as a civil defence shelter in episode 1. Because it was one that also has like the nuke detonations on it. And I guess it's explaining fallout dust. But yeah. I've never actually... Oh, and I've missed a load of comments. Right, let me catch up on the comments, because YouTube's done that thing again where the chat didn't update. Cool World War II hand... That's the Air Raid Wardens, isn't it, ARP? I don't have a PMK2, so can't comment on it. I heard they're slightly better than the PMK1, but not by much. I'd buy a proper half-face respirator for a sawdust sort of thing. Yeah, the FMJ05s are good. I have the MF11 or whatever it's called, civilian like export variant, but that's still good. Yeah, M17A2 filters don't contain asbestos. But obviously, if they're leaking, don't wear them anyway, because inhaling charcoal or chromium's not going to do your lungs any good. Not as bad as asbestos, but you still don't want it in your lungs. Right, hopefully the chat should keep updating now. I clicked the little arrow that I think keeps the chat on the most recent things, but the problem is when you scroll up to see an old message, then the chat stops automatically scrolling down on its own. So yeah. Yeah, that's cool, my name, Dan. I need to have a shave. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning. It's gotten to a stage now where some of the facial hair's getting longer than the hair on my head, and I definitely don't like that. I don't know which mask you mean by the M60. I know about the USM60 machine gun, but what one do you mean by the M60? I know of the M40 and the M45, and I know about the M50, which is obviously like the modern one, but what's the M60 then? Or is that like an updated variant on one of the other masks? Well, they would have been supplied with GM30s, I guess, James, or GM38s as their actual infantry gas masks. Right, Richard? So yeah, as in hopefully a week or so I'll have my new PC, but if any of you didn't catch the thing I said at earlier, although I've ordered it, apparently the Ryzen 9s have already sort of sold out almost everywhere because of how quickly people bought them up. So I was phoned earlier and they said because their supply is going to be a bit delayed coming in, they're delaying it, but they said they're going to keep me updated on when it comes, but they're hoping they can get it to me by the end of next week now. But obviously that's a big thing out my bank account. But even though I can't stream from my current PC at the moment, I can at least, do streams from the phone and still render videos on my current PC. $300, I suppose, isn't too bad for a really good condition World War II mask, is it? Especially a German one. But again, I personally wouldn't pay that for one. But I suppose if you really were serious about collecting it. Yeah, there are masks like that, Mike. If you Google NBC facelets, there are things like that, which like NATO ones. But I think the problem is, if you're going to a certain degree of protection, I think there's probably just a point where it's easier to use a proper respirator. The thing I like about the dust masks is obviously they're just to protect you from like sort of nuisance dust, those ones. So they're quite good if you just want something very light and comfortable on your face with, yeah, I think that is probably a good price for what it is, Gabriel. Good post-apocalyptic movies. What sort, like more realistic ones or things like Mad Max, which are fun? But if I just list a nutload I know of, there's A Boy and His Dog, which is one of the really old post-apocalyptic movies. There's the Mad Max ones. What else is there? I mean, there's realistic post-apocalypse things to a degree, like Fred's and The Day After. There's probably some good disaster movie type things about, like post-apocalypse, but more as in an environmental disaster kind of degree. M40s in the US, I think, are like $40 up, aren't they? I don't know if Polish MP5s use forward numbering or reverse numbering. So I don't know if like a size 1 is the largest or the smallest. It wouldn't surprise me because a hood mask is kind of going to stretch to a face, isn't it? Right, Daniel? Yeah, I'm looking forward to obviously doing stuff with a new PC. It's just a shame I'm going to have to wait a bit longer, but oh well. I've waited several years from getting this PC. I can wait another week or so. But yeah, all ordered and paid for. So because politicians like banning stuff in the UK, James, because it's easier than actually fixing the issues. So it's like they do in loads of countries. They'll ban stuff or censor stuff rather than actually fixing the problem. Oh, shit hit the fan is a very broad term, isn't it? It depends what sort of specific thing you mean. $24 for PMK2, I suppose, isn't too bad. Well, I'm in the UK at the moment. We've had lots of governmental problems for ages, but I don't think it's going to collapse into anarchy anytime soon. I've already forgotten the name of it, Alex, but it's the top AMD one they've just released. So it's roughly, I think, between NVIDIA 2070 and 2080 in terms of performance, but I'm just going to be running stuff at 1080p, so that's fine for me. I did think about getting a 2080 or 2080 Ti or whatever they were, but that would still be like an extra several £100 on top of what I'm paying, and I'm thinking, well, in 1080p, I'm probably not going to find anything that this new card's going to struggle with, because my RX 480 still manages most games in 1080p fine. So obviously the processor's the really competent bit about the new PC. But in terms of the GPU, I don't really need as good GPU as processor. No, I've never been in the military. Well, I suppose $2 isn't too bad if it's a damaged GP5. I've already said that, oh, you got disconnected. The only Italian mask I have is the Spacini TR2002, whatever it's called. Well, I wouldn't mind making a movie, but I don't have all the funding or anything to do it. Well, again, it's quite easy to point blames, but I don't like these streams getting too political, so I'd rather we don't start saying, should we blame certain government parties or whatever for certain things. But I'll just say in most countries, civil defence is quite lacking in terms of, like how quickly emergency services can respond to incidents and effectively. I've got some Czechoslovakian masks, but I don't know what masks Slovakia used since they came an independent country again. Like, not part of Czechoslovakia. But I've got, like, Czechoslovakian masks, but I've not got any, ones that are specifically Slovakian, no. I don't know, Alex. These are very strange questions you're asking. I'm not sure what you're on about, James, because you said, can I spell something you've just written out in the text anyway? As in NATO filters, space, you just can get them on eBay, Amazon, hardware stores. They're normally called RD40 filters rather than NATO when you're buying them for civilian use. You asked me the question about the Hungarian gas masks in the last stream, and I answered you then, so I'm not repeating myself on this stream, because it gets a bit annoying when the same people ask the same questions every stream. Alright, Peach? What, the one on the PTM1, James? I'm hopefully going to get that video filmed tomorrow Laserpoint asked me to do, which is the one where I'm going to be sort of putting a helmet on and a chest rig and laying down with a rifle to do the helmet and mask and chest rig sort of stop you looking down a rifle sights. I'm just going to move that a bit. Avon CT12s is my favourite masks. Got that poster there. There you go, it's a Soviet civil defense poster. Cool, so what are those goggles for, Peach? Just like eye protection? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Philip, but if you mean how do you see the production date or whatever on filters, they're normally just on the side somewhere. It'll be like a 2-digit number. Oh, I see, so you don't get your eyes shot out. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Peach. Any kind of Pasket style helmet? Look on the videos, Colby. Everything I've got is UK legal, though. The Russians made better masks, I'd say, overall than the Germans. They made a lot more masks as well. That's good, Mike. Suppose that means you can get more videos done, doesn't it? Because you've got more stuff to play about with for those videos. Are they like mesh goggles, Peach, or are they like actual like polycarbonate ones or what? No, I've not, Alex, and I won't unless I had a spare FMGI5, which I don't, but it would hold up fine. Well, there's a lot more modern NATO masks than GOST masks. GOST masks are mostly mass-produced in the Cold War. What do you mean, what is YouTube policy on making videos? Why don't you look it up on YouTube's own terms of service? No, I don't do cosplay. No, I don't have any animal gas masks either. Ah, sounds good. Peach. Oh, I missed what Bing said just then. Let me have a look. The only problem with doing these mobile streams is, as I said... Oh, you just said nice one, mate, yeah. So the only problem with doing these mobile streams is how difficult it is to actually, Look at what's in the background now, Alex. I'm starting to think you're trolling now with all these questions you're asking where you can clearly see what the answer. See, look, what's this thing? I can get the camera to it. What's that then? They're all Geiger counters. That one there is a Polish radiation alarm, but that's an old Polish DP66M Geiger counter. That's a Mini Instruments laboratory sort of style one. Pointing that way. I've got a SOX. I'll put that back there, and I'll just put my glasses on so I can hopefully see the chat a bit better. As always, it's a bit awkward trying to hold the camera at the same time. But yeah, I've got the SOX 01M as well, which is like a modern one. There's two guns there, so you have to say which gun you're on about. Yeah, well, with the... I've already done that before, Philip. With the lights on, I probably wouldn't be able to have a nap too easily, but, yeah, I don't need a nap today, because I got up really late. I'm not taking the GP5 off of the display. They're real but deactivated. When you say the more tack one, do you mean the FAL? Oh, there, the FAL, the SLR. No idea, Patriotic Brit. Maybe in a couple of weeks when we find out who the new Prime Minister is. Are you doing a stream tonight on Twitch or anything, Mike? I'll watch it if you're on. If not, I'll watch a film or something. You know, you can see the posters behind me there. No, SLRs are semi, but it's deactivated anyway, so it's neither. US should not have used the M14. They should have used the FAL like everybody else. I'll watch you on Twitch then. Any idea what game you'll be playing tonight? No, I'd love to see something like that, but no, I think all the ones in the UK are like completely closed off. My favourite mask's the Avon CT12, but I'm not getting it out right now. I went over that yesterday, my name Dan, but basically, other than it being an inch pattern, not a metric pattern FAL, the trigger guard expands, it's got a proper forward assist on it, it's semi-automatic only, there's some like very minor differences to the furniture and everything else. You have to ask Weapon Collector. Alright, cool. Well, if I see the thing, I'll vote on it, but I haven't seen the thing to vote on it yet. 4 GP5s, 2 regular GP5s and 2 GP5Ms, or PMG2s. Not now, because I've gotten them down on every stream. I'm getting a bit sick of taking them down on every stream. But if you look at yesterday's stream, because obviously once I do streams, they go up, you can see the PTM one properly in that. But there'll also be a video coming up quite shortly of the dark blue PTM one, as a proper video anyway. Over 100 and I don't know anymore. If you're looking at that sword, that's a Hanway sort of Tinker Pierce, whatever they're called, arming sword, early medieval sword, different names from. There's a sabre hanging up there as well. There's a katana next to it. England, obviously, Philip. Technically, the Snorks have a weird combination between a GP4 and GP5. Yeah, thank you, person whose name I can't pronounce. But yeah, if people like the stream, it does seem to help them get shared more. When you say on 14 filter, do you mean an EO14 filter, or do you mean the more modern safe ones? Because those sort of green EO14 filters I've got on that shelf over there, they're barely worth anything because they're sort of old asbestos, potentially surplus filters. If you mean like the red EO14 filters that are actually safe to breathe through, they're like £10 to £15 on eBay normally. Seems a pretty good deal getting an airsoft pistol for the price of a pointless filter. Yeah, if you put a GP5 on without the green filter, that's fine. Obviously, or I wouldn't have them in the background, would I? Yeah, the red ones, FP, what's it, what they call 203 filters or something like that? Search whatever the name of it was on the title of the video I did of it recently into eBay and you'll find them. Ooh, it's a hard choice for me. I'd say either Heavy Rain or Fallout 4. Just because I think Heavy Rain would be funny if we did it like a choose your own adventure as you went along and played it. But Fallout 4 might be good just because it's one of those games where you can wander around and just shoot things. So, not sure which I'd vote for, but I've narrowed it down to 2 on there anyway. That would be my choices. That's cool. Stowhounds are always cool. Yeah, the ARM14's cool. I mean, it's just the Polish sort of copy of the Shum 41, but it's got the cool zinc on it, which, you know, makes it look a bit cooler than the regular ones. Heavy Rain's the game. Sort of. It's like, where you have tank controls and you press X to shout, Jason. What do you mean the red coffee filter gas mask in the background? I don't know what one you're looking at. Closest thing I can see to what you're saying there is the Mark IV with the red box filter on it. Get him to see a doctor then. Well, up to you if you want a Soviet Air Force cap or not. I don't know why you'd ask me. Choose to get it or not. Alright, you're getting blocked because you're obviously just being annoying now. Because you're asking the same question over and over and over again even after I've answered it, so goodbye. Yeah, there's a Discord server for donators. I suppose Heavy Rain's probably not too long, is it, either to stream, Mike? I reckon you could probably finish it in like 5 streams or something. No, you're not. You're not annoying me, Colby. I blocked the guy who was or being annoying on purpose, but he was just asking the same question over and over and over again, even after I answered him. Alright, you're getting a timeout for that, James, for giving a spoiler on here. Oh, you've already done it. Time him out, please, Mike. If you can do that as well. Yeah, FP203. Yeah, I said that earlier. I thought it was either the FP201 or FP203, but I can remember. But thank you. What, as in doing YouTube videos or what? This YouTube channel is... I made it in 2012, so what's that, like 7 years old now? But I've had gas masks before I've had the YouTube channel, but... So, 7+ years, I don't know, it depends how much you consider it a hobby and how much, you know. It's not broken down, technically. It's... Yeah, I've been to Hungary, it was nice. Well, only to Budapest, really, but, the PC, look, at the moment, is running. See, look. There's the desktop, there's the PC running. See? It's just that it seems to keep crashing. Oh, it's going rotate device. It seems to keep crashing, when I've been doing streams recently for some reason. I've been buying a new PC anyway. So it doesn't really matter because in a week or two I'll have my new PC and then it will be fine again to do PC sort of streams. But because it's been playing up, I've just been using the mobile because I don't have to worry about that crashing. No, only about 3 people in the world, Bradley, have a US Mickey Mouse mask. I think 2 people, one's technically the property of the museum. Yeah, £12 for a PBF isn't bad, don't breathe through the filters. There's a lot of very weird comments on here tonight. Loving what so far, pup? I'd be quite happy if I woke up and there was a US Mickey Mouse mask in the room, because then it would be my property. Yep, lots of hardware stores, obviously it's going to depend on the hardware store, but lots of hardware stores sell full face respirators because they're used for industrial stuff. You can get, show you a very good mask here. This mask here, the Scott M98, there's a civilian version that's without the drinking tube called the Scott Pro mask, and this is a very good like panoramic industrial mask / military mask. I missed a comment then, so let me just see if... What's the scariest movie I've ever watched? It's not related to gas masks at all. The Legend of Hell House I find pretty creepy, and Burnt Offerings. Both of those are pretty good sort of haunted house movies. Yeah, I've done everything like that, Ethan, I think, or Evan, even. I think it's just literally because this PC is really old now, and I think it's because the weather's been really warm because it's summer. I think there's a lot of heat just getting trapped in the PC. I don't live in the capital, and you wouldn't manage to escape. You wouldn't even get a 10-minute warning, I don't think, in the event of a nuclear attack. Yep, as gets asked every stream at the moment, I have watched Chernobyl, and I thought it was really good. And I've pre-ordered the Blu-ray of it. Now, where did I put my Israeli M15? Oh, it's on the chair. There we go. I'll show you the Scott Pro mask if you don't know much about it. Yeah, I've dusted all the internals off recently, and it's still crashing during streams. But as I said, I bought a new PC anyway, so I really don't care because this is just going as a spare. Once I've already said I'm not getting any of the masks down from the display. There you go, that's the Scott Pro mask. The voice diaphragm's a bit buzzy, but otherwise it's a very good mask. I bought that communist game, what was it called? Workers and something. Workers and Resources. That's like, sort of a city building thing, but a communist one. Sort of during the 70s. And I bought the Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition for all the missing DLCs I didn't have. But otherwise, no, I didn't buy much in the Steam sale. I've already got loads and loads of games in my Steam library and I barely play any of them, to be perfectly honest. To preserve it, Talc was putting a lot of masks just to preserve them when they were in storage. Alright, Vladimir? I wish I had a Fallout shelter, but I know. I don't, sorry. I've got the PC game. Oh, thank you, Elaine. You can get a Discord invite if you want one, if you post your Discord ID, and I'll sort that out later. But Amazon gas masks, which particular model? Because there's more than one gas mask on Amazon. If you mean expensive things like this, then yes, obviously. Surplus masks like the GP5, only if you put safe modern filters on them. Cheap little masks like that, no, they are not good. Things like 3M style masks are good, but as I've said before, Peach, I can't get into airsoft because there's nowhere near me that does it. That's not like once a month. Yeah, Old Shop's the guy I got my thing from, being unless you're talking to the other guy. I got my MSA hour from Old Shop and the Italian mask, the Speciani or whatever it was called. But as I was saying, Peach, yeah, there's no airsoft site near me, and they only do like one airsoft game once a month on a Sunday, and I work Sundays, so I'd have to book that Sunday off as holiday if I want to go up there, and see if I can wrangle my friends to go up. No, not heard of Darkwood. I like the Deadwood television series though. Oh, for people just wondering about something, I'm just going to show them, just to prove they still exist. These Scott P3 filters are on sale on eBay at the moment, still sealed, for about £5 to £6. So anybody who is after these filters, you can get them easily again at the moment, so I've bought another spare one. I didn't even see what the person said in the first place when everybody said no politics. I think these are a couple of £100 if you were to buy one, but I was sent my one for free by B-Store. But the Scott Pro mask starts around £200, and then the M98, like this one's a bit more. Yeah, the GP5. I've got the Avon M50 and the US M40 and a damaged MCU 2P. yeah, Scott M98s are pretty good. But the mask I'm the happiest with recently is probably like MSA Hour or whatever it's called, or the what's it, the Italian one, because they are very good for the price. There you go, that's the view from a panoramic mask. Ignore the bit strap hanging down there. But yeah, what I was saying is these filters are about £5 to £6 again on eBay, still sealed and new. So if you haven't got one of these filters and you wanted a P3 sort of very good particulate filter, see there, it says P3. I'd recommend these. So the chat stopped scrolling again. Oh yeah. A Finish M95 I don't have. I'm going to have to just go back to the bottom of the chat. Repeat a question if you want me to answer them, because it did the annoying thing where the chat hadn't moved again despite people posting new messages. I think the M95 is meant to be very good, but as I said, this is the M98, which is basically the panoramic lens version of the same mask, essentially. Pretty much the exact same thing, just with a panoramic lens. And this is good. So I imagine this with just two eyepieces would also be good. If I saw an M95 for a good price, I'd pick one up, but I've never seen them for good prices. Right, hopefully the chat starts working again. No, I've only seen them on eBay. Is there a thing called something like Allegro.pl, which is a Polish sort of shopping site? Because you might get FP5 filters on there, but otherwise I've only ever seen them on eBay for MB Store and a couple of other sellers. Yeah, I posted that in the Discord, I think, Bing, and the thing the other day on one of the streams. That's a very good price, isn't it? The thing I like about these particle filters, though, is it's just they're very lightweight and they don't really expire because they're particle filters. So I just find these convenient to have a couple of these, so I can just transport them with the masks I use regularly. So what was I going to say? So you know, I've got a particle filter, you know, like a lightweight particle filter just for like dust type things. TF1's more modern and better than the GP5 technically, although I suppose the GP5's got metal parts, but I go with the TF1 over the GP5. Quite a long time, Bradley, as I said earlier in the stream, probably 7 or 8 years or something like that. Which one, Vladimir? The Scott M98 or whatever? What's that being for the filter? Afraid I can't, because obviously I'm on the mobile, not the PC, so I can't easily get a link and just paste it in the chat like I could if I was on the keyboard. But just type in to eBay. I think you just need to type in something like ABEC filter when I searched, or RD40 filter. Then sort them by price and you can find those cheap Scott ones. Or do you mean this one, the Pro? If you want these, just type P3 RD40 or something like that, or P3 40mm filter into eBay and you should be able to find them alright. The actual name of these is Pro 2000 PF10. But yeah, you should be able to find them quite easily. There's a couple of different sellers with them, but the one I bought from I think was like £5 to £6 sort of price per filter, and they got it to me within like 2 days of buying it. I think I bought it on something like Tuesday or Wednesday last week, and it came last Friday. Might have even been the Thursday. But you know, it was a really good delivery service from the seller, so that was all good. So no, I didn't know they copied the GP5 twice. I know there's a Hungarian copy of the PMG, but I didn't know there was a Hungarian GP5. Alright, cheers, Evan, or Evan. Remember, if you've got a Discord account and you want access to the Discord server because you've donated, and this goes to the other person who gave a donation earlier, post your Discord ID, like name and Discord ID, in a regular comment on any video after this stream, then I can go on the PC, go on Discord, add you to my friends list, and then invite you into the server. But yeah, thank you to everybody that's given donations, because I do appreciate it, because obviously it goes towards stuff I do in the videos, and as I said, I bought the new PC today, which hopefully I'll get in a week or two, and because that's a big amount of money, you know, it's going to take a while to start getting that sort of money back again, but obviously I've been saving a while for the PC, so that's not a problem. It's just when you have a big amount of money, you can either do it via the Patreon link below, James, if the Patreon link is below. I don't know if it is because I'm doing a mobile stream. If not, a super chat. But anyway, like that is fine with me. It doesn't bother me how you want to do it, because I'm grateful to people giving me anything. That is the same because I bought the PC recently. As in, will a gas mask protect you from farts? Yes, an organic vapor filter will protect you from farts. Yeah, donate. You have to donate to get on the Discord, because it's like for donators. But it doesn't matter how much you donate. If you donate like $1, you can still get on. It's just I've got it like that so people don't really come in to cause trouble. But yeah, organic vapor filters, which conveniently are the ones with the brown colour on them. Farts would be organic vapor. So yeah, that would protect you from farts. Yeah, there is a katana behind me. Above that Geiger counter. I'll be streaming for about another 15 minutes and then I'll finish the stream. Because then it'll be about an hour. Because my room's 28.6 degrees at the moment, so that's pretty hot. So, yeah, I have to open the door, I think, once I finish the streams. Thankfully, I've not had too many problems with gas mask videos, but I have had a lot of problems when I've done airgun videos and things like that, even though I'm not doing hunting videos or anything like that. I've got an AC, but the problem is, right, with my AC. Alright, thank you, Jake. If you want a Discord invite, post your Discord ID after the stream. Cheers. Yeah, I've got an aircon. The problem is, right, because of how the house is set up, I've not got an external window in my room I can vent the aircon through. So what I have to do with my aircon is essentially vent it out the door. But if lots of other people are in the house, they'll complain if I start venting my aircon out the door, because then it will just make other rooms of the house hotter. So what I'm going to do is just open the window that's not even next to my room, open my door, open the window that's nearest to my room, then maybe try and set the aircon up in the corridor, so at least it's, you know, like blowing the hot air sort of out the window. But I'm kind of acclimatizing more to hot weather now, because when I work weekends, I'm working in a room that's probably like 40 odd degrees most of the time, centigrade. So I'm sort of getting used to hotter temperatures, but it's still not very pleasant, you know, especially when you come to sleep later on. Yeah, well, there will be, yeah, that's totally joking, Mike. He's made a donation. I didn't know with Super Chat that you could donate less than $1 anyway. But, sorry, I missed something. I was gonna... I'm not sure what you mean by that, Bing. I've got a proper webcam and a proper microphone for when I'm doing the proper streams that aren't on the phone, you know, which I'll be doing again when my new PC arrives. But there's the microphone. If that's in frame. Is it in frame? You can see the air conditioner in the back there. But there's the blue Snowball microphone. There's the Logi webcam. So yeah, I've got all the stuff for proper streaming, but I can't use it at the moment because, as I said, the PC's been having problems. But I've got a new PC coming in a week or two. Alright, cheers, Josh. If you want a Patreon thing as well, and not Patreon, a Discord invite, please post your thing in a regular comment after the stream, and I'll sort those all out when the stream ends. Deactivated or working, Maxi? You could probably spray paint on a GP5 Dr. Compot, but I don't know if the paint will stick properly. It's not actually the same, because I looked in my FP203, the bottom. Sadly I can't really get those EO14 filters down. Oh, I might be able to get one down. Right, so this is, yeah, there we go. This is an EO14 filter. You could just do it on the comments, Jake, for this video when it turns into a regular video. Just any video, it doesn't matter, and I'll see the comment. If not, pester me about it again on a different thing. But yeah, the particle filter in the regular EO14, I don't know if that's going to show up very well on the phone camera due to brightness, but that looks totally different than the ones that you get in the later ones, like the red ones. So it will be safe. There's still a HEPA style design, but obviously it's like more of a paper style HEPA filter on the FP203s, not the asbestos kind of ones that they put in the EO14 filters. I get that plug back in. Now, am I missing more chat messages, or is it just the So the question is, like, so I guess you've got an FP5 filter, and the plug is not in the FP5 filter, right? So what, like, it's exposed to the air, but are you actively breathing through it or not, or just breathing through it now and again? It's going to be impossible to give you a definitive answer, but I would guess a couple of months, maybe. But again, if you've got the plugs, what I'd advise you to do is plug the filter back up when you're not breathing through it, because then you're going to extend the lifespan of a filter quite a lot, even if you've opened it initially. At least say, I can't show you on this one because I don't even bother with this one, but like if you've got the plugs that go on either end of this filter, for example, something like that. Oh, this is an FP211 filter, that was the name of it. Like, you put that plug in, put the screw one on the top, and then if you do a similar thing with your FP5, you're going to extend the lifespan of it. Alright, see you, Maxi. I'll only be going for another 7 or so minutes on this stream. And then, as soon as I finish the stream, I'm going to sort out everybody's Discord invites if they've posted their IDs for me. What I have to do with the Discord invites is I have to add you to my friends list first on Discord. As soon as you accept that, I can then send you a Discord invite to the server, because it seems like you can't send the invite for some reason until the person accepts your friend's request, because when I've tried it before, the people don't think they've got the invite even though I've sent them. Yeah, that's cool. Don't worry, Stella, don't do it whenever you feel you want to do it. Don't, like I say, I'm not forcing anybody to donate. I'm just very grateful to the people that do it, but you know, you're welcome to watch the videos and enjoy them without donating. It's just, obviously, it does help me out a bit when people do, because it helps fund masks and whatever else. That's why you'll see in the next month of upcoming scheduled videos, because Laserpoint was donating so generously recently, there's been a lot of new masks coming. Because he'll say, can you get this mask and give me a load of money? So I'm like, yeah, of course, thank you. If people donate, I'm definitely buying stuff people want me to review or whatever. One of the ones I bought recently after he donated was this one. Which, speaking of panoramic masks, for the people who were asking about this recently, these Chinese ones are alright as well. Not as good as some of the panoramic masks, but they're decent enough, you know. Oh yeah, just to demonstrate this one. Filter goes on the front there. If I can get it to start screwing in. It is a NATO screw thread on this, it's just one of those threads that you have to, there we go, screw it for a while before it actually picks up the thing. It's got one of the neck straps, which is good, so obviously you can hang it from your neck like that when you're not using it. Then, just get that sorted. Get your face into it comfortably, then do up both the straps. Sort out the head harness. There we go. So that's the Chinese panoramic mask. I bought with donations recently. Yeah, it's not too bad. The only thing I said that annoyed me about this is in the pictures it has a silicone oral nasal cup that you can see through it. In the actual mask it's not translucent. So obviously your field of view isn't as good as if you had got a clear one. But it's still quite a good field of view. You can see down pretty well with this because obviously the panoramic lens goes all the way down. Right. There's a GP5 under Mark 5 mug. No, I have to look into getting more lighters, Vladimir, but recently every time I've looked I haven't spotted any lighters that are decent. The lighter I'm using a lot at the moment now, let me just show you, not for smoking because I still quit, but the magnet thing broke on it that keeps this closed on its own, and a lot of people are going to hate the noise, but I use this for lighting incense. There's the on-off switch on the bottom, there, so you flick that to on. You've got the light to tell you it's on, and then it's one of these. But this one's good because you can actually light things with it properly because it's obviously vertical. So, you know, it actually gets into hard to reach places. But I'm sort of tempted just to take the lid off of this because, I'm sure there'll be a way of doing that. Because the magnet that holds the lid closed is broken in this now. So I'll try to work out how to get that rivet out, but yeah, this is quite a good lighter. The Polish FP5 is a good universal filter, normalised filter. You might be able to get a clear silicone oral nasal cup and fit it, but I've never seen them sold separately. Yeah, but the Spaziani TR2002 is very good. That and the MSA Aura are very good panoramic masks. The Spaziani sits in my car boot now with one of those filters like this so I can actually make use of it. Well, let me go back to the end of the chat. I think this is about £20, Bing. And Vladimir said the same thing. About £20, I think it was, like, nearly a year ago. So they're probably cheaper then. Coffee bean. There you go. No, why do firefighters need camouflage? But I suppose that's interesting. What's the best type of mask? Well, my favourite mask's the Avon CT12, but I'm getting a lot more into panoramic masks recently as they're getting a lot better. But, you know, things like this, or the Scott M98, or the MSA Aura, or that Spaziani one, they're all very good because obviously they give you very good field of views, and they're making panoramic masks now that don't distort your vision too much. So I think as time goes on, the panoramic masks are getting better and better, where they lose, you know, they keep the advantages of the panoramic mask, but not having so many of the disadvantages. Because a lot of the older panoramic masks had all the problems like horrible distortion to your vision due to the curvature of the thing. But lots of them now are getting over that. I don't know the Optron suit. Was that the one that's like the Russian green suit? I'll get one at some point, but I can't afford to get it all that soon because I bought the new PC today. I've got an M17, Elaine. So if you look at my video on the M17A2, the US used that in Desert Storm. How much is an M90A? But you could get a mask like this for about £30 or dollars. You can get the Spaziani masks on eBay for like 30 odd pounds, and they're very good. So if you mean a mask like the one I'm wearing, you can get lots of these in the 30 to £40 price range now. Right, I've gone over an hour, so I'll end the stream in a minute, but thank you to all the people that donated. Remember to make a comment if you want a Discord invite on the regular videos. I think it's just the voice diaphragm on the mask, you know, because it reverberates a bit like if you've got a load of phlegm in your throat, but I'm fine. Well, is that the paper that changes colour to tell you what sort of gas it is? That's cool. What do you need help from moderators for? Peach and Richard or Mike might still be on. I don't know. Might be going off in a minute. They're getting better, Aquilove. As I'd say, something like this I'd actually recommend. But like I've covered it before in videos, but there's advantages and disadvantages. But as more of these are getting polycarbonate tough lenses on them now, you know, like less distorted field of view, I'd say they are probably better. But again, it depends. It depends what you want in a mask as well. Right, you're not blocked or anything, James, if that's what you're asking, so I don't know what you mean by your chat's acting up, but nothing we can really do if you're having internet trouble. But anyway, thank you everybody, I'll be finishing the stream now. As said, if you donated, make sure you leave a comment on another video, or this video later on, like a proper permanent YouTube comment, with all your Discord ID and that, so I can sort out your invites. What filter is the biggest? I assume something like the EO16 coffee cans, or there's probably even bigger filters than those. Right, go to the hardware store and see if you can find something like this. That would be interesting. But yeah, cool. I'll see you on Twitch. What about 10 PM, Mike? What time is it now? I've just gone 9:05. What I will do quickly, for those people who wanted to see it, is there's that mask, because the phone will probably focus on it fine. Maybe. Actually, can I hold it like that and then do that? Yeah, maybe it's focused a bit, but there you go. That's the Orient watch I daily wear now. Dive watch. But yeah, there you go. So, thanks everybody, and I will see you. I'll be streaming tomorrow, but not sure what time yet, but keep your eyes peeled and I'll probably do an announcement for it. So, see you everybody.